Fly fishing is very popular in Missouri, but what's really amazing is how many of the anglers tie their own flies. It really is an art. So today, we're going to give it a try. Mark is going to show me how to tie my very first fly, something called a woolly worm. It's best to start out getting some guidance from a book or videotape or, best of all, an experienced instructor. You'll also need black thread, black chenille, a grizzly saddle hackle, a red yarn tag, a hook, a fly tying vise, a fly tying thread bobbin, a half-hitch tool, and very sharp and fine-pointed scissors. Secure the hook into a vise and apply thread to the hook shank. Start the wrap just behind the eye and work towards the bend of the hook. Loop the thread over the loose end to secure it. Then work the thread up and over at a 45-degree angle until the shank is covered. Stop when the thread and bobbin are directly over the point of the hook. All materials will be tied in at the exact spot on the hook shank that your last wrap was made. First, tie in a piece of red yarn for the tail. Then tie in the grizzly hackle by the tip, so that the bulk of the material extends out from the back of the hook. Strip the end of the chenille for about 1/4 inch. Then tie in that core thread. Once they are all secure with at least 4 or 5 wraps of thread, you can cut off the excess. Now trim the red yarn, leaving only 1/4 inch extending out to form the tail. Advance the thread toward the front of the hook, stopping 1 hook eye length behind the hook eye. Keep pressure on the thread so nothing has a chance to loosen. Take the loose end of the chenille and begin to make wraps around the hook shank, advancing toward the hook eye until you reach the thread. Switch hands. Hold the chenille in place and make 2 wraps behind the chenille. Switch hands again and make 2 in front right next to the chenille. Repeat this procedure with a hackle, but leave spaces between each wrap. This is called palmering. When you reach the thread, secure the hackle just as you did the chenille. Make a few extra wraps in front of the hackle behind the eye of the hook and use scissors to trim off excess hackle and chenille. Use a half-hitch tool or an old ink pen to make at least 5 half-hitch knots behind the eye of the hook. Then cut off the excess thread. Coat the thread behind the hook eye with fly tying head cement or clear fingernail polish to keep the knots from unraveling. And there you have it, my first tied fly. Doesn't look too bad, does it? Just wait till you see me trying to use a fly rod.